Hey guys, it's Burgas here. Let's talk about the forever buff that make Gromara absolutely insane hero in open field. And to be fair, for me, sustained buffs is what is winning the fights. So right now I'm going to jump over Gromara. This is the spell that make the big changes. I'm going to provide you with the live testing, going over the battle walks and show you the crazy thing that Gromara is doing, and this permanent 10% hero skill damage. On top of that, by this percentage, you may not wanna put some talents over Yun Ming. The spell is short, is basically giving the Legion 10% more hero skill damage. The bonus is removed the next time any hero in the Legion casts a rage skill. And having Gromara with Yun Ming or maybe Tohar make this buff permanent. But there is a little catch in this whole story, and these are talents that you should not put so you can have this buff permanent. So I'm going to go out with my Gromara. I'm going to create the Legion. It's going to be Yun Ming with Gromara. Obviously, I really don't want to kill the creatures there, so I'm just going to go with 61k troops and I'm going to attack these marksmen. So obviously Yun Ming is going to start shooting and we're waiting Gromara right now to fire up her spell. So this is the firing up of Gromara's spell. I really hope this creature, oh my god, is not going to survive. Oh brother. Okay, let's do it over the pet because I know the pets at least survive longer. Okay, the battle is starting against this pet. This is Barber Manticore. A lot of Manticores in Call of Dragons. We're looking to fire up 2 times Gromara and see the difference. Okay, right now we already have 1 shot of Gromara and we're waiting for 1 more. And we're going to bring the Legion inside the castle. This is the second hit from Gromara. I'm going to go inside and actually show you the battle walk and this buff, this specific buff, what is happening with this buff. So this is the fight here. We're going over the battle walk. So we're starting and we're looking where the Gromara is executing her spell. This is the spell of the Gromara, cast a rage skill on his turn. Gromara use Rent Flesh, this is level 5, so here we're having this 10% bonus to hero skill damage. If we go here, you may see that sometimes we may not get this buff just because of 1 talent of Yun Ming. And I'm going to show you the talent. If I go over the Yun Ming and he's a skill talent tree and I have this thing here. This is the Steady Hands. When joining a buff effect, your Legion has 20% chance to get synergy, increasing the hero skill damage by 10%. Keep in mind that Yun Ming have a very solid chance to get skill buffs. On top of that, Gromara is also providing with buffs that can be achieved very easy. What I mean by that is this spell is 50% chance to get 10% defense, and Gromara is having 50% chance to increase Magic Legion attack by 5%. So this thing non-stop is proccing, and like this may destroy the Gromara extra 10% hero skill damage. Now if this hero is awakened, this is not going to be an issue because it's giving extra 15% bonus, so it's going to replace, since it's more stronger buff, it's going to replace the synergy. But from here, if you're doing Yun Ming with Gromara, you may not want to have this synergy, this Steady Hands. But on top of that, if you don't put this talent and you want to go with Yun Ming with Tohar, this is a very nice buff there. So let's continue over the report, the battle walk. We already saw Gromara and we're going to further. Here is again Gromara casting and is getting this 10% hero skill damage. But at the end of the day, for some reason we didn't get Steady Hands, so this is, I think, when the first time is getting this Steady Hands, and this is going to control when you're going to get the buff from Rent Flesh. Since I make little more tests in this direction, I have Yun Ming with Gromara again report. I'm going to open the report and I'm going to show you that this thing is no longer affecting if the steady hands, this steady hands is actually procced. As you can see, this is before Gromara. This steady hands is before Gromara executing her rend to flesh, and steady hands is going to block because Yun Ming Legion already had an effect of the same or greater strength. There both of these effects are same. Gromara rend flesh hero skill damage was ineffective. So if you're having steady hands or this 20% chance to get this 10% hero skill damage, you're risking to not get Gromara 10% hero skill damage that is going to be permanent till the end of the fight. Now I make one more fight, and this is Tohar with Gromara, since Tohar, his spell is also passive like Yun Ming, and I'm going to show you the battle log. And the moment the Gromara give this rage skill, Gromara use rendered flesh. From there, the Legion is actually getting this 10% hero skill damage, and is still the end of the battle. Gromara Legion's giant synergy for the duration of the battle, extremely important. So you're getting this 10% for the duration of the battle. If you awake Gromara, something that currently I'm working on, you're going to get 25% extra hero skill damage till the end of the battle. This is this skill here when she's awakened. On top of that, she's giving extra 15%. In total, this is 40% hero skill damage till the end of the battle. There is no other hero in Call of Dragons giving 40%. The most close to these numbers from the skill, I want to point out this thing. The most close one is actually Tohar, and I was surprised back in the days when I saw that the Tohar is giving 30% hero skill damage, which is absolutely wild. But it's even having some downsides here, but deals 5% less normal attack damage. So we're having even downside by getting this 30% hero skill damage. Absolutely wild. But with Gromara, you're going to get 40% hero skill damage. Absolutely crazy. And since Yun Ming is non-stop firing up, this 40% hero skill damage is absolutely wild with his spell. That's why I think Gromara and Yun Ming should be the combo. Now I hear about the different setups like Yun Ming with Thaleia. I don't know, this hero still, I don't believe in this hero, but there was some comparison. But at the end of the day, this permanent 40% hero skill damage, it's crazy. On top of that, Gromara awakened 2000, the biggest damage in Call of Dragons. There is no other hero in Call of Dragons doing 2000 damage, hero skill damage. And this permanent synergy that your hero are receiving is going to keep you strong till the end of the fight, till the end of the battle. And I think this is a crucial, especially when we're talking about the mages. And this permanent skill is actually hero skill damage. Absolutely wild. And maybe the biggest difference I can say from Gromara and Thaleia, since you know, Gromara and Thaleia, people compare these heroes because they are very similar. But for Thaleia, if you check her spell, you're going to see that she's getting this rampage 15% for 5 seconds. If your Legion is firing up every 10 seconds, this 5 seconds is going to cover 50% from the battle. But this is just not enough. And on top of that, this actually is increasing the damage do, which to be fair is very nice. But it's this type of short buffs in Call of Dragons. And if you guys are interested in this type of videos, make sure to hit one like on the video if you get some value or some little insights inside the battle logs. Also subscribe to this channel if you're new here. If you're old viewer, you know what to do. It's free and it helps the channel a lot. Now let's talk about the kiting fights, where you're hitting and you go back and you hit again and you go back. This type of mage fights on the battlefield. I still think here the this is the main weapon of Yun Ming, just because the moment he's hitting, he's firing up his spell, his hero skill damage. For heroes like Lilia, Gromara, Bertrand, it's little hard because you need to generate this rage. And for the rat strategy, if you're not familiar with the rat strategy, go check it out on my channel. It's amazing, especially if you're on the losing side, losing territory side. Is giving you absolutely crazy amount of merits. But like one comment right under this video is, it's better to not be in the castle when somebody is teleporting somewhere, but still it's extremely valuable strategy in Call of Dragons. So in form of kite fighting, I still believe that Yun Ming and Gromara is better. Just because one of the things is because the synergy between the other heroes are very strong. I mean, for example, Lilia and Velyn is giving 10% critical rate. Lilia is having the skill talent tree where you can get a focus, which is going to give you extra 10% chance to get extra 10% critical rate. And if Lilia crits, oh brother, if Velyn crit, oh brother, it's just crazy, this great synergy between these heroes. So we're not leaving with many heroes to pair with Yun Ming, and in my personal experience for the season I did, this Mages was presented previous season. I was lucky to get it from the Well of Destiny. I get Yun Ming, after this I get Gromara from the Strongest Sword. Since I pushed 50 million for my city skin, the Mage city skin, and I was able to get also Gromara. By the testing these two heroes, I think there is a very nice strategy in the long fight, also in the short kite fights. And if you follow my channel, you definitely know that I'm showing my reports when I do live streams, where you can basically see how my Legion is performing. Right now, this is one of the fights. Maybe I show something here as a report, maybe not. No, this is just recording material. But yeah, I'm trying to show you the reports of each hero, how he is performing on the battlefield. So in many of my tests, Yun Ming Gromara is destroying on the battlefield. Right now you're seeing Bertrand Tohar, but still, this is here I actually test Yun Ming with Muxiang. Also very nice combo. I didn't actually have Gromara at this point. So yeah, this will be for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts for the hero that is going to give you permanent buff till the end of the fights. What do you think about this thing? Is this overpowered or something that is looking nice for the future improvements of the heroes? Don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, if you're old, you know what to do. Wish you a great day and see you in the next video.